There is a widely circulated video that has been seen by everyone, depicting the horrifying murder of Shanquella Robinson. This incident, which occurred in October of last year during Shanquella's trip to Mexico with her friends, caused a stir both in the United States and in Mexico. Shanquella's mother, Salamandra, is seeking justice for her daughter's death, which was initially dismissed as accidental alcohol poisoning by Shanquella's companions. However, Salamandra believes that the truth about her daughter's death has been obscured by lies and is calling for someone to be held accountable. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at how Shanquella Robinson's mother confronts Daejanae Jackson. Yeah, you heard it right. Despite the kindness and love that Shanquella's friend Carla exhibited, Salamandra is left wondering why anyone would do such a thing to her daughter. As the investigation continues, many questions remain unanswered, including the role that Shanquella's travel companion, Daejanae, played in the events leading up to her tragic death. When Shanquella arrived in Mexico, she informed her mother that she was going to have tacos with her friends. However, the next call from Mexico revealed a tragic incident where Shanquella had alcohol poisoning, and her friends informed Salamandra that a doctor was on the way to their villa. Salamandra found it strange that her daughter was diagnosed with alcohol poisoning immediately, especially since she was in a different country. Salamandra pleaded with her daughter's friends to take her to the doctor, but they refused, claiming that a medic was on the way. Unfortunately, Salamandra received news that her daughter had died, and the family was devastated. Initially, they believed that she had died from alcohol poisoning, as suggested by her friends. However, later, the villa's management team broke the news that Shanquella had died from a broken neck, which shocked the family. It was disturbing to know that Shanquella's friends had lied to her parents about the cause of her death. These so-called friends shamelessly told a white lie to the grieving family, and Salamandra is taken aback by the audacity and cruelty of these people. They left me in the face and told me there was no fight in Cabo. They said Shanquella died of alcohol poisoning. They lied to the family through their teeth and were so unashamed that they even discussed funeral clothes with the grieving family while they were crying. They said they had never had a fight. They even sat here and said they were picking what they were wearing to the funeral. Just days after a cell phone video surfaced online that was horrifying enough to send chills down anyone's spine, one of the friends can be seen violently beating the naked victim. The autopsy confirmed the family's worst fear. Shanquella had died a painful, brutal death. Her spine had serious damage and her neck had been broken. Salamandra confronted these monsters. Shanquella considered them her friends, and when she asked one of the companions what the truth was, he faltered and couldn't hold himself together. The devastated mother recalls, "Now that stuff's done happened, I can go back and say that's why he was pacing. I mean, you would have thought he was coming off of something like he was high. He broke out in a sweat, he came out of his shirt, he was sweating so bad like it was eating him up." Now it's clear that Shanquella's friend Daejanae Jackson tortured her to death while the other people stood and watched. One of them even captured it all on his phone instead of helping the poor woman. At one point, a friend can be heard cheering on the aggressor while another man says, "At least fight back." Why the fight happened is still unclear, but one thing is for certain, Shanquella didn't die of any alcohol poisoning. She died at the hands of the people she considered her close friends. After this devastating discovery, Salamandra wants nothing more than justice for Shanquella. Her beautiful, bright daughter didn't deserve the fate, and the family is doing everything in their power to make sure that the lying, cold-blooded murderer Daejanae Jackson pays for her crimes, along with all the others that stood by and watched Shanquella die. Her mother said, "I want the world to witness my child's terrible death. I want every detail to come out because I'm seeking justice. After Jackson murdered my child, she lied to the hotel and convinced her friend to send her back to the US." The concierge at the resort revealed this information and admitted that Miss Jackson had manipulated him with false information. It's evident that Jackson not only lied to the family, but also to the resort and police to escape trouble. She fled back to the US, making it much harder for Shanquella's family to get justice. The family is now urging President Joe Biden and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken to personally intervene and bring them justice. The family's attorney has written a letter to the president stating that the US must either extradite the killer to Mexico or prosecute the killer in the US. Inaction is unacceptable in this case. The family deserves swift justice for Shanquella's death. The only way to bring these perpetrators to justice is by sending them back to Mexico or by the US taking jurisdiction of the case. The attorney emphasized that if a US citizen commits homicide in Mexico, justice must be served. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.